being called a spice, or will it still be a herb?
I think it's called a spice.
It will still be called a herb because it is a leaf, after all, that is dehydrated. So that is the whole difference. Like now you can have spices which are roots, which is one example you can give, which is a spice example that you can give of a root. Tell me. See, spices are anything that are except for the leaves. So it can be the bark, it can be the buds, it can be the flowers, it can be any of those things except the leaves. Like coriander seeds will also be called a herb because that is something that will grow into a herb. So it doesn't become a spice even though it's a seed of it. And even now, what is a root? Do you have an example of a root? Would you be able to tell me? Ginger, haldi, turmeric, that's all roots, no? And those are spices. Because you can't eat the leaf of that. So those are the root ones. The bark, cinnamon. And why are herbs and spices so important to our life?
Because they are flavor to our food.
It's good for flavoring the food. Yeah.
And some also cure us with toothache.
Yeah, toothache and also
Healthy for cuts.
why was it earlier when you learned the history?
Yeah.
You learned about the spice root. But what is the spice root? I mean, people were nomads before, and they were all hunters. Now they wanted not just to, and they didn't have fridge or anything, no? So they used to find in the wild, what are the leaves that they can wrap around the meat to preserve it, so it doesn't get spoiled. Like when before they had air conditioning on ships also, all the meats and all used to be put in salt and pepper, so that meat could last for months. Indian subcontinent was not so well known for the spices as for only for pepper, because pepper was the only thing that grew in the Malabar hills. But other things like cumin and turmeric, those are very typical Indian spices. The other spices you got everywhere, the tannery, the jeera. Now jeera is a flower actually, and then it looks like the petals fall off, and then you get this. The anise, which the French looked for the stomach ailments. Anise is saumph. Now when you have a little stomach ache, a mother will give you saumph and ajwain or something. And surprisingly, India was known for celery also. It is called ajmoda in Hindi. But when I go to look for ajmoda seeds, I never find it in the seed shop. So I always think that celery is a Western spice, but it started with India. And celery is also very good as an enhancer. Then people started, this was all found in the wild. Then they started getting that particular spice from the jungle and growing it near there when they settled down, because before they had a nomadic way of life, roaming from wherever the pastures were with their sheep and all that. But when they started settling down, they knew the value of those spices, so they started growing it in like kitchen gardens. Saffron is the stem of the thing, and that is good for giving color, and it's something that
I'm
keeps the
sure
body
you in
warm.
home remedy also with saffron.
Saffron.
Yeah. for
So
colds.
these things, they started growing it. That is when it became commercial. And then from there, people started growing it in farms and everything. And it became very lucrative. Now all these Europeans and all, they wanted to come here, we want spice. And people went, it was something like trade. Now you have trade, of machinery and whatever. We are getting things from Japan. Now this was the only thing the Eastern world had, which was very precious for everyone, for enhancing the food. Because food, if you add spice, if you had something, you eat something without spice, and with spice, you'll see how it enhances the taste. And heat is one thing that brings up every spice has natural oil. So if you heat it up, whether you heat it on the tawa, or whether you put it in some cooking medium like ghee or oil or something, it sort of brings out all those oils immediately. So that roasted spice will taste very different to one that is put into hot oil or something. So that is how cooking also evolved. And then people started making medicines out of it, out of anise, out of turmeric, out of neem. Neem also was then a medicinal plant because It took away before people. I remember when I was young, before mango season started, Mummy used to sort of grind the neem leaf and give us pellets for a whole week before, so you wouldn't get boils. Otherwise, you eat that mango, it's so heaty, and mango you can't stop with mum. So you'll have about 10 boils a week by mangoes without the neem. So that was our incentive. You don't eat neem, you will not have mango this season. Even now, cosmetics are made when you go, like you say, you want something that's organic, or like Himalaya does without any additives of sort of chemicals. They sell you a neem powder, which is very good for your face wash, because that bitterness takes away all the oil, and you mix it with some kind of medium like basin or something, and it keeps all the boils and pimples away. They brought out neem wash and everything. Now America has caught on that it's very good, so they're trying to patent that. Spices and herbs are useful for many things, and basically nowadays people are using it for medicines, because they realize that the allopathic medicines or the medicines that are made by Pfizer or Glaxo or something has got some kind of steroid or chemical that leaves a deposit in your body. Long time effect we don't know. But spices and herbs we know we can't harm you. So we're going to have rice which has only got salt. So then we're going to add some herbs like kari patta and dhania patta. So you'll notice the same rice will taste different. Then when you make that rice into a pulao, in which you have put the bay leaf, that is teज patta, the lavang, cloves, the dalchini, cinnamon, the jeera, which is cumin, you will notice how that same rice has changed. The taste, the look, and then you can make a choice what you want. When you look at food, what is it that you see? You might see a beautiful cake that looks yum, and yet someone has left out the sugar or whatever. I said, God, it looks good, but when you taste it, and yet it may not look good, and when you're eating it, it might be. So your eyes are the first thing that tell you what the food is. If you don't like the look, I don't want to try it. Then your mother will say, please try it, it's very nice. Try it. How can you make a decision without eating it? And when you eat it, it's good. But when you present it, that is another thing also about the science in cooking, is how you present it. Because it sort of brings up all the digestive juices, your eyes. That is the first look, that brings up all your digestive juices, and it makes it easier for you to digest. Yeah, because the saliva and all, people go spitting around. Okay, when they eat palm, they have to. But otherwise, saliva has a reason that is in your body, to keep your lubricated. And also the oils and all, you should never say, oh, ye zyada tel hai, I'm on a diet, because your inside machinery, like any machinery, needs to be oiled. This leaf was, these knots have to go into the mud. And after a few days, you will notice that the roots will come out from these knots. You just rub your hand like this, you'll see there's knots. So that is the thing. And another very good thing about mint is, it is actually a weed. So if you have a beautiful garden, don't put it into the garden, because it's very invasive. It will take over your whole garden, and it will be very difficult to get rid of it. So grow it in a pot. It keeps the mosquitoes away, and it's a very good mouth freshener. You don't have to have Listerine and Colgate mouth plug and anything. Really, I grow it because I don't like to use Odomos or anything. So I don't have, in my windowsill I have Pudina. We'll be using mint, and we're going to be doing a drink also with mint. Mint is not only for cooking or chutney. We'll be doing a watermelon slush, which is, watermelon is also good for you, of course it's not a spice, but we're adding the spice of, the herb of mint. Okay? So shall we do that? Yes. A lot of watermelon. So we're just going to add all this, and then we're going to be adding some herbs. Okay? And then we'll add some ice. Anyone not going to have ice today? Your mommy's told you not to have ice, then you're not having ice. A little bit of sugar. Who likes sugar? I think you like it. Yeah?
Yeah, you do?
It's good for you, gives you lots of energy, Okay, I think the watermelon looks sweet, so we don't need any more. Now we're just going to crush this into the... And you can add a bit of ginger also if you like, but I think kids don't really like it. Now these are different spices. This is what can you identify? This lemon, that's the bark of the tree. This is
Clove.
rose,
I don't know the same.
cardamom.
Cardamom.
And Darjeeling, you have, elaichi, you have two kinds. You have one which is called jungle elaichi, which is black. That is not very popular, but that has a different Yes, and this is saffron. This is the stigmas of
Yeah,
the plant. It basically only grows in Kashmir because this crocus is a lily family. This needs to have snow and really cold weather. Saffron. So this is the only. It only grows in the Kashmir Valley. In winter, it is dormant. That means it's sleeping. In spring, it all comes out, and there's only 3 stamens in each flower. So that is why this is the most expensive spice in the world. And the jaipal is nutmeg. That is nutmeg in English, and it's a huge tree. It's a tall tree with these nuts hang like lychees. You see lychees or mango grow like that, but they're about this big, oval. But that nut has to be broken, and then the inside is only, and we shouldn't overdo the nutmeg because it can be very heaty. And any spinach dish, palak, you add just a grating of nutmeg and it brings up that taste so beautifully. So whenever, this is the nutmeg, but this is the whole nutmeg. Keep some this out so that you know how it enhances the taste when you add different things. Okay. This is dhania patta. You know the smell, no?
Smell this? Wait, smell this?
Dhania patta is very good also. So that even if you add a little bit, that's part of your day's grooming. Not, I won't say the entire. We're going to put a little lubricating oil, no, for our body. This is ghee. Actually, ghee is better than oil because it is pure. We know what it is made out of. What is ghee?
Cow.
It's milk, and you make butter, and then this you heat the butter, so the residue of the butter is gone, and this is just the pure fat. The other part of it, which is the milk solids, burn away, and this is only the fat. Okay. So now we let it heat. So what I told you, when you're going to put mustard, you must see that it is hot because the mustard should burst. If the oil is not hot enough, it won't burst. It has to splutter. And that is when that nutty mustardy flavor comes out. If you put it in the thanda, it won't burst. This is also a spice, and this is the gum. It's a gum of a plant. And this is only available in India somehow. And this is very good for digestion. Hing. It's spluttering now, it's bursting. Okay, now pat.
I can't.
I'm just going to
तो यहाँ से भी.
put a little, we don't want too overpowering because it's got a very overpowering taste, smell. Huh? And then we're going to be adding, I'm going to put a little bit of, this is also a spice, okay? I'm just putting a little bit of chili and I'll put a little bit of cumin seeds, jeera. Huh? And then I'm going to put,
इसीलिए तुम यहाँ.
okay, I'm going to put some curry leaves and I'm going to break it, otherwise it won't smell, you know. This curry leaf is really fresh, see, lovely fragrance. You want your curry leaf growing nicely in the house, just put some buttermilk once in a week. So the taste will become much nicer in it. Come back. Now we're going to add the rice. And we'll add a little bit of salt. So she has added salt when cooking. Okay. Now this is just the curry pata like you make pulio, like you make nimbu rice. No?
Yeah.
It's the same, but I have not added nimbu and I have not added haldi. If I add haldi and nimbu, it will become like your nimbu rice. Now we'll add some fresh coriander, just to give it a different taste. Rice is very versatile because it's a bland taste.
Yeah.
So it just picks up the taste of what you put into it. This is done. Now
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Now we have to taste all and see difference. Now we have to see.
Now you have to make the.
Now we're going to add all the spices. So again we need some lubrication, right? Because now we're going to heat it for the spices to splatter. Not too much. Now what are we going to add? We're going to add a little bit, not too much, okay? We're going to add this. Now when you're using cardamom, always mix it so it'll break and then it's got the seeds inside so that the taste comes out, okay? And we want only seeds. Don't waste the skin. Just put the skin into a, where you have your tea leaves and you'll have dalchini and this elaichi taste in your tea. Right? Like you have masala tea and all that, it is nothing but spices that are ground. Cinnamon, little bit of dry ginger, little bit of song. They add a few things. So you just put the skin, you are not using the skin, just put the skins in your tea. So your mommy can have a nice spiced tea. Okay, we've got this, we're not going to put curd, we're going to put a little bit of jeera. Okay? Then we're going to put thanks. Then we're going to put elaichi. We're going to put star anise. We're going to put the cloves. The cloves splatter a lot. And you'll notice the cloves become thick and they might start to burst also, no? And then not much of dalchini. So dalchini is a sweet kind of. They all have different things. Okay, now we put this, tej pata. Now with this we just crush this up. Alright? That is last because that's the thinnest. Is the thin sort of burn, no? Then we're going to put some. What will we put? We put tej pata, dalchini, lavang, star anise, jeera. What else we have to put, Kavi? I think can you smell the different smells coming? Different to your that? Going to put
Nice one.
some peas like that. You like peas? Matar खाती हो? तो देखो नहीं इसमें? हाँ, just little for us. Now what is the seasoning we have to put? The whole taste nice without salt. We're having matar rice today. Matar pulao. I added the salt, na?
Yes.
Hopefully.
Yes, yes.
And then we have a salty matar pulao. Who's going to try the matar pulao? Are you going to try? मटर नहीं खाते? ये हरा सब्जी है, खाना चाहिए. हाँ?
You don't play with the kids. Burn your hand.
You can put carrots, you can put cauliflower, you can put anything, beans, huh? Cut fine. And then the dish looks nice when it's all cut in the same size. So your carrots and all you cut in the, after all you can't cut the peas, no? So you might as well cut your carrots and beans to this size. So then the food looks good when it's all the same size. Huh? That way the masters of cutting are the Chinese. Have you seen how well they cut their food? You know why they cut the food all equal? Because it will cooking time. Otherwise some will cook faster, some will cook, the bigger ones will take longer time. So you try and make it all the same size. Okay, now that is done. We add haldi to make it yellow. Our Indian food is mostly all yellow, right? Because another thing is, Namita will be telling you that haldi is a good agent for stopping bleeding. And what is your first aid in the kitchen for burn? Don't put water or ice. No.
I forgot.
For a burn, I put paste.
That you have to run to the bathroom. What do you have in the kitchen?
Kitchen.
Potato. You cut a raw potato because potato is so cold inside. You just stop the burn. As a first aid, I'm saying. Huh? Now your pulao is done. And you did it with not the Namita was going to do.
I'm going to give you a remedy for cough and cold. Right? We all suffer, right? And we suffer very badly. So this actually is magical. It makes you feel much better instantly. Yeah? At once. So here,
Guys, you can
Tanvi,
write this down also.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
So,
feel like, you want to
this
be making it.
is the stem of the leaf. So normally if you go to the panwala, he would have kept the leaves like this. So ask him if he has anything with the stem, and we only need this. So we take 5 of these stems, yeah, and then we have peppercorn. So if I'm going to be using whole peppercorn, right? You know that pepper?
What is
Black
this
pepper?
stem called?
Pan beetle leaf stem. So any panwala will have that. Okay. So around about how many would these be? 20? So around half teaspoon, less than half a teaspoon. Yeah. So you take that much of black pepper, and then 1 bit of ginger, huh? And then around 5 pods of garlic. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. I've taken enough. Right? And tulsi leaves. So there are 5 things in this, the magical 5. You have garlic, ginger, black pepper, beetle leaf stem, and tulsi leaves. Right? Also tulsi leaves, I'll take around 10 of them. 1, 2. Yeah, they're little small, then I'll take more. So this doesn't have to be exact, but approximately that number. About 10 leaves. So I'm trying to take the larger leaves and avoid the stem part. So even if you put it, it's all good, yeah. So now what we have to do is we just have to pound it. So who would like to do the pounding?
Me.
Okay, everyone will take turns. So when you're pounding, you start, you just, yeah.
I know last one.
Yeah. Okay, now remember that you have pepper there. So probably now to pound that, I have to go down and do it slightly harder. Right? Remove the juices of everything that is in it. So even the pepper will get mixed up. The little small pepper powder that you have will get mixed up in the juice. Yeah? And you will get that flavor of pepper in it. Similarly, the garlic and the ginger and the beetle leaf and the tulsi. Okay? So now I take a strainer. So I just do this 3-4 times. It's nothing complicated. I take a strainer and I okay, just hold this. Hold the strainer. Yeah. Now all I do is I just take a spoon and I squeeze it out. Can you see all that coming out, the juice? Yeah. So I do this 3-4 times because then whatever juice there is, every time I do it, it will get a little more crushed, right? It's still very coarse. Can you see that? Yeah. So then I try and crush it a bit, and then I add little water, and then I strain it out. If you've done this, if you're a little more finicky, you can do it once more. Okay? So now I've got this much of extract, and I'll put as much honey. Okay? So that's my honey. And
Karsh is loving the mixture.
so that's here. And I'll put as much. It's quite tasty, yeah? I'll give you very little to have because it's quite heaty, as you know. Yeah? So that's much honey. And so you just mix it before having. And you can keep it in the fridge.
So you can keep
So
it
one
mixed.
of you can take it home. And find out in the building if anybody's got a cough and cold and give it to them and ask them if it was effective. Right? So I'm going to give each one of you a little bite, a spoon. Okay? It's very, very spicy. So I suggest to have little water ready. So this basically, if you're suffering from cough and cold, what you have to do is have 1 spoon in the morning, a teaspoon, and 1 teaspoon in the evening. Right? That's it. And if it's a really bad cough and cold, then you can probably have it thrice a day. The moment you start feeling better, reduce it to twice a day. Right? That's because it's really heaty. So you don't want to have too much of it. If if you have these small babies for your nephew, right?
It's used in
Okay, how small?
Complan.
No, it's generally kids can't take things like this directly. This
No,
is very.
because I have a 3-week-old baby.
So like if you have a kid who's like if nursing, the mother's nursing the baby, the mother can have this medicine and then the kid gets okay.
Yeah.
But kids can't directly have that. So what we do is like when Jaydev was small, I used to do this. I used to take kesar and little bit milk. Just fasten the packet. Your milk is open. Hey, yeah. So
3 weeks is.
3 weeks is fine?
yeah, any age. For this, any age because they don't have to have it. It's only external. It's like putting on ointment. Okay.
Oh.
So then you just heat it up.
Okay.
कभी वो जरा
This is for?
on करना. This is for cold. Like small babies have colds. You can give up.
Yeah, he's also having cold.
Yeah.
He's been sneezing, he's giving so many.
Yeah. So then you do. And he probably might be having a cold because of the heat. And वो गरम सर्द होता है ना. So you have to. This is especially if it's like a wintry cold, because this has a lot of warmth in it, and all you have to do.
Boiling.
Yeah. So once the milk boils, you can just leave it just a little while. Not much.
इस तरफ आप
Yeah, that's about it.
चल don't start break
Let it cool down a bit. Slightly.
let him comfort or else he
And
won't
It's coming like Complan.
yeah, and let this cool down.
in that case the flavor comes down
And similarly for like haldi, we told you haldi for that. Clove oil, if you're having a toothache, you just take a toothpick, yeah, dip it in clove oil and apply directly on your tooth, yeah, till you go to the dentist.
Okay.
Because what happens with clove oil, it numbs the area, it's anesthetic. First you've got this kesar, now you just try and crush it, not crush it as such, but yeah, mix it and then
Try to get as much.
show me your palm.
palm दिखाओ
हाथ ऐसे. So you just like rub it here, then rub it same way under the feet, and then rub it here and here on the temples.
So just
these
like how
are
you
the
put
areas.
Vicks,
Yeah. And chhati pe you can rub. But better than this for the chhati is take a little sarso tel, yeah, and whole garlic, yeah, and heat the oil nicely and burn the garlic. Heat it till the garlic burns, it becomes brown in color, and then use that oil to rub on the chest. So that's also good for colds. Infants. So you go from the milder ones. So that's this and that. This goes with probably one of those and this. That's bengan and raita.
this looks so nice
It goes well with palau. Yeah, see, that is like color matters.
Okay.
Yeah. So you go from the milder ones. So that's this and that. This goes with probably one of those and this. That's bengan and raita.
this looks so nice
It goes well with palau. Yeah, see, that is like color matters.
Okay.
Now you're going to start with the plain and then you just put everything together and see what different spices have to be. It's only salt, so it won't taste very nice. It's this is just herbs basically. So taste the herb. Try the difference of the herb and the plain.
Yeah.
Plain to I mixed it up.
Come. And can you taste the spices in that?
Yeah.
The peace pulao mein jeera is quite strong, na? Flavor.
Do you guys have any thing to say about how the class went? What did you like best?
I like best.
What did you enjoy most? And
Tasting session.
what else? What about
Yesterday.
remember Lupin?
I enjoyed yesterday.
Fun with the farm trip.
Yesterday.
You like the history?
And the myths heard.
You
History and the myths.
the myths, the stories were interesting. Yeah, I have to share the videos with you. I'll